Have you ever stopped to think about why some men magnetize people's attention while others seem invisible, even when trying their hardest? No, it's not just about looks or money, though the world might try to convince you otherwise. The secret lies in something much deeper: control. A man who masters his desires, emotions, and the energy he projects into the world creates an attraction that simply cannot be ignored. He doesn't beg for attention, he commands it. And that, my friend, is the essence of controlled lust. Controlled lust is not about suppressing your desires. It's about knowing how to channel them. It's the power to transform primal impulses into fuel for greater objectives. While many get lost in immediate pleasures, the man who understands this dynamic uses desire as a strategic tool. He isn't ruled by what he wants. He rules over his wants. This skill goes beyond catching glances or smiles. It shapes who you are, the choices you make, and how you are perceived by the world. Before you think this is just about game or social skills, let me tell you, it's all directly tied to your ability to lead, thrive, and achieve your biggest goals. The confidence you exude, the control you demonstrate, and the desire you inspire are powerful tools that can be applied to every area of your life. That's why some people simply can't resist. You project that you're in charge. But here's the catch: controlling this energy isn't easy. It requires practice, clarity, and, above all, the right mindset. The good news? It can be learned. It's a skill accessible to anyone willing to want more out of life, whether in their career, relationships, or the pursuit of their best self. The question is, are you ready to take control and unlock your true potential? If your answer is yes, get ready, because what comes next will shift your perspective. This is the starting point to uncovering the kind of man women can't resist, and more importantly, becoming one of them. Are you ready? Confidence is like an anchor. Without it, the masculine mind tends to drift aimlessly in a sea of uncertainties. It doesn't come out of nowhere. It's built through small, consistent actions, from keeping promises to yourself to staying composed under pressure. A man who believes in his abilities exudes a nearly tangible energy, something that commands respect and admiration. For instance, imagine someone overcoming their fear of public speaking. By gradually exposing themselves, they not only gain skill but also build a confidence that ripples into every area of their life. Understanding that confidence isn't a permanent state but a cultivated habit is liberating. It's not about never doubting yourself but having the courage to move forward despite doubts. Picture a professional taking a leap into a new career path. He doesn't know if he'll succeed, but he bets on his ability to learn and adapt. This is practical confidence, and this is where the desire to grow begins. Over time, he realizes it's not the outcome that matters, but the act of taking action. Moreover, confidence is a social magnet. In human interactions, it's noticed before a single word is spoken. Think of a man walking into a room with upright posture and a calm smile. It's not arrogance but a silent communication of self-assuredness. This unique type of attraction shows he trusts himself before expecting others to trust him. Such confidence can be built even with something as simple as maintaining direct eye contact during conversations. However, it's crucial to distinguish confidence from arrogance. While confidence is solid, arrogance is fragile, built on facades that crumble under scrutiny. A classic example is someone who pretends to know everything but falters in the face of real challenges. The confident man, by contrast, has the humility to admit, "I don't know," but with a certainty that he can learn. This balance of control and vulnerability is what truly captivates and inspires others. Ultimately, the secret to confidence lies in a commitment to self-improvement. Reading books, practicing sports, and developing skills. All these activities feed a sense of mastery over life. Want to start? Read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle to understand how presence strengthens confidence. Small victories, accumulated over time, shape the strong mindset every man needs. And this ongoing growth prepares us for the next essential lesson. Emotional control is the invisible foundation of all great masculine achievements. It's the ability to react intelligently in situations that test patience and inner strength. A man who controls his emotions not only avoids unnecessary outbursts but also becomes a natural leader, someone who inspires trust and admiration. Imagine a football player in a high-stakes final. While many lose their composure under pressure, the one who stays calm turns tension into strategy, controlling the game's pace. Mastering emotions doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing them, but understanding them deeply. Anger, sadness, fear, they all have something to teach. For example, feeling anger might signal that your boundaries have been crossed. An emotionally mature man recognizes this but doesn't react impulsively. Instead, he adjusts his behavior, clearly asserting his limits. In doing so, he maintains control not only over himself but also over the situations around him, projecting confidence and attraction through his actions. Humor also plays a key role in emotional control. Knowing how to laugh at yourself or a challenging situation can transform a tense moment into a chance for connection. Imagine being on a date that starts with a small mishap, like spilling coffee on your shirt. Instead of panicking, a calm smile and a lighthearted joke can change the tone, showing you're in control of your emotional state. This attitude conveys a desire to enjoy life and live in the moment, something irresistibly appealing. A common mistake is confusing emotional control with apathy. It's not about not feeling, but about not being dominated by your feelings. Picture a man who, when faced with criticism at work, chooses to respond professionally rather than impulsively snapping back. This approach not only resolves the issue, but also cements an image of confidence and mastery. Emotional control, in this sense, is like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger and more automatic it becomes. To build this skill, practices like meditation or breathing exercises can be powerful allies. Want to try? Use the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7, and exhale slowly for 8. This reduces stress in minutes, putting you back in control of the situation. Developing emotional control is, above all, a daily investment. And with this mastery, you'll be ready to understand another fundamental pillar of masculine psychology. Desire is the engine that drives masculine ambition, a visceral force that channels effort and energy toward grand objectives. It's what makes a man wake up early and work tirelessly for something he truly wants. It's not merely about surface-level impulses, but that deep hunger that fuels dreams and transforms ideas into achievements. Think of an entrepreneur starting with a simple concept, but whose burning desire for success pushes him to face challenges that many would give up on. This internal fire is what separates those who try from those who succeed. Cultivating desire begins with clarity of purpose. When a man knows what he wants, he is guided by an almost magnetic energy. Picture someone aspiring to become a renowned musician. He doesn't just practice for hours, but also lives in alignment with that goal, seeking inspiration in every moment. Desire, when aligned with a clear vision, turns even the greatest sacrifices into necessary steps toward achieving something greater. It's the force that keeps the flame alive, even in adversity. However, for desire to be powerful, it must be disciplined. A man who lets desire run unchecked becomes distracted or chases fleeting pleasures that lead nowhere. On the other hand, a man who transforms desire into a well-directed tool creates a lasting impact. A practical example? A man who desires a strong, healthy body but opts for consistent training and a balanced diet rather than quick fixes. He understands that controlling desire is the path to true results that seduce. Moreover, desire is contagious. When a man lives with passion for what he does, he inspires those around him. It's impossible not to feel drawn to someone who demonstrates an intense will to live, whether in a project, a relationship, or personal ambitions. This energy attracts opportunities and people who share the same intensity, creating a cycle of growth and mutual achievements. Desire, in this sense, becomes a powerful connection with the external world. Finally, the key is to balance desire with action. A man who only desires but doesn't act remains stagnant. Conversely, a man who acts without desire lives aimlessly. Finding the equilibrium is where the magic happens, leading to achievements that further fuel ambition. And with that, we are ready to explore another essential pillar for success: the strategic role of seduction in the masculine mindset. Seduction goes beyond intense looks or carefully chosen words. It's a strategic skill that shapes how a man presents himself to the world. A man who masters the art of seduction knows that it begins long before any interaction. It's in his posture, his emotional control, and the confidence he exudes. He's like a charismatic leader who draws followers without asking. His magnetism speaks louder than any speech. Seduction, in this sense, is about being intentional with your presence. One secret of strategic seduction is subtle communication. Small gestures, like a timely smile or a sincere compliment, create a connection that transcends the superficial. Imagine a man who, instead of merely complimenting someone's appearance, notices the passion with which they talk about a subject. This type of attention demonstrates depth and control, two elements that are irresistible in any interaction. It's a way of creating attraction effortlessly. Another essential aspect is the ability to listen actively. A seductive man knows that often, the greatest power lies in silence. When he listens attentively, absorbing every word without rushing to respond, he conveys respect and genuine interest. For example, during a conversation, he might use phrases like, "That's fascinating, tell me more about," to deepen the connection. This approach creates an atmosphere of desire, where the other person feels seen and valued. Seduction also involves mystery. A man who reveals everything about himself immediately loses the opportunity to create curiosity, which is one of the keys to maintaining interest. He shares parts of his story purposefully, leaving others eager to discover more. Think of someone who, instead of directly stating their plans, hints at challenges and achievements in an enigmatic way. This dance of control, between what's revealed and what's concealed, keeps any relationship vibrant. Finally, seduction should not be confused with manipulation. While manipulation seeks selfish gains, true seduction is a mutual exchange of energy and admiration. When used strategically, it not only attracts but also builds solid relationships based on trust and respect. And with this foundation, we can explore the next fundamental element: how to use the balance between attraction and control to reach new heights of success. The balance between attraction and control is a subtle art that determines the level of impact a man can achieve. Attraction is the magnetism that draws people and opportunities toward you. Control is the strength that keeps you anchored to your purpose without being swayed by distractions. When these elements align, the ability to achieve goals becomes exponential. Picture a charismatic speaker who not only captures the audience's attention but also knows exactly how to guide them to his core message. It's the perfect marriage of fascination and mastery. This balance begins with self-awareness. Knowing what attracts you and what you aim to achieve is essential to avoid being controlled by external impulses. For example, in a negotiation, attraction might lie in closing the deal, but control prevents you from accepting unfavorable terms just to please the other party. A man who masters his choices demonstrates confidence and clarity, qualities that naturally enhance his ability to seduce and persuade. Well-managed attraction also requires consistency. It's easy to make a good first impression, but maintaining it demands control over your energy and presence. Think of an entrepreneur who impresses an investor with his vision. If he doesn't sustain that confidence throughout their interactions, the attraction fades. To prevent this, it's crucial to align words with actions, proving you are as reliable as you seem. Thus, control reinforces attraction, creating a virtuous cycle. Another critical point is knowing when to step back. Excessive attraction without control can seem desperate or overwhelming. Control without attraction, on the other hand, feels cold and distant. The secret lies in mastering timing. For instance, in a relationship, creating moments of intensity followed by strategic pauses strengthens the bond without making it predictable. This mastery generates a mix of desire and respect, an irresistible combination. Finally, balancing attraction and control is not just a skill for winning people over, but also for building a life that reflects your values. Every choice you make, from where you spend your time to whom you associate with, should be guided by this balance. And it is precisely this harmony that sets the stage for the next lesson: how to master emotions and turn challenges into levers for success. You've learned how confidence, emotional control, desire, and seduction can transform a man's mindset. The question now is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you keep living on autopilot, letting circumstances dictate who you are? Or will you take charge and become the man you were born to be? It all begins with a decision, a choice to invest in your growth and shape the life you want. Ask yourself, are you really in control, or are your emotions and impulses still running the show? While you hesitate, others are claiming the things you desire. So, why not start now? Choose an area to master, be it improving your communication, working on your discipline, or learning to harness your desire as fuel for success. The next step is yours. But remember, time waits for no one. If you want to keep evolving and discover more strategies to stand out and reach your full potential, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, you'll find the right tools to transform into an irresistible man, not just for women but for the world. Because, in the end, what truly matters is living with confidence, control, and purpose. And have you ever wondered how to make any woman desire you just through text messages? There's a secret all women carry, a mental trigger that activates in their minds when you send them specific messages. I teach all of this in an ebook, and I'm leaving it as a gift in the first pinned comment of this video. It's not free because it took work to create, but it's practically a giveaway. The price is absurdly low, cheaper than a meal. Go claim your gift now. Now that you've learned how confidence, emotional control, desire, and seduction can completely transform the masculine mindset, the question that remains is, what will you do with this knowledge? Will you continue living on autopilot, letting circumstances dictate who you are, or will you take control and become the man you were meant to be? It all starts with a decision, a choice to invest in your growth and design the life you want. Ask yourself this simple question: are you truly in control, or are your emotions and impulses still calling the shots? Because while you hesitate, others are already achieving what you also want. So, how about starting now? Choose one area to dominate. Be it improving your communication, refining your discipline, or learning to use your desire as fuel for success. The next move is yours, but don't forget, time waits for no one. If you want to keep learning and discovering more strategies to stand out and reach your maximum potential, subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. Here, you'll find the tools you need to transform yourself into an irresistible man, not just to women but to the entire world. Because in the end, what truly matters is living with confidence, control, and purpose. And do you know the signs that she's sexually attracted to you? It's very simple to find out. Sometimes, just a look reveals that she wants to take things further. But that's a topic for another video. And guess what? That video is already on your screen right now. Click on it, and I'll see you there.